We have an anchor that keeps the soul steadfast and sure while the billows roll. In Hebrews chapter 6, the writer tells us that God, by two immutable things, not lie. And he used the example of Abraham and said, when he called Abraham, God gave him a promise, and then he added an oath to the promise. And so he said, these two things act keeps our faith, an anchor that is while the billows roll. So now you understand why Abraham's faith was, because God, through an oath and a promise, he made a promise and then he swore an oath. And because he could not swear by anything or anyone higher than himself, he swore by himself. Abraham nya jedzi wo nyamim osande nyame de nzema bien na odzema Abraham na Abraham di gina do hunde de nzema bien ya nyame wa ye o chede ontumi nzator biara nkwetida waka no na Choice said this became an anchor in Hebrews chapter 6 why obey si chebi na that we have an anchor that keeps the soul, and that anchor represent the two immutable things in which God cannot lie. And we give thanks to God for today. We thank him for the two immutable things, his promise and his oath. And his God proved himself strong on behalf of Abraham. I want to welcome you tonight to a fruitful family. And my name is Pastor Gate. Fruitful Family has been dealing with issues on continue. On Facebook, YouTube, and all that, with a very special program. And so, if you are listening to me today, I want you to join me on Facebook, Instagram, and YouTube every Wednesday from 12 noon to 1 p.m. 12 noon to 1 p.m. every Wednesday for lunchtime. Meet you there and we will discuss, issues about fathers like we are doing today. My wonderful, indefatigable, I love the word, but it's always difficult to pronounce, indefatigable media team has done it all. I mean, that's the term they use. Why you and I have Francis Doffe, David Manchin sitting directly opposite me, giving me all the signals. James Audi Jr. is at the telephone. Well, Shadrach Shedi is on standby, making sure that he cues people in, and then of course, Seth Nate Setho, he is even not in the studio of the stage, but he is behind the scenes, making sure he's sending all, doing so many things so that you can book You can watch me live on Instagram. You can catch me on YouTube. And once you use the address JB Gate, you get the results. Please like and subscribe so that anytime I'm on, you get the notification. And then, of course, you can also share. We all teaching. Fruitful family, you may do what from a sophogati and a demami and a bribiara no considering bribiara non cono di case non do med the orphanage and henceforth this will be my focus. Onam the minty ma sheda ma jembir who could be here every Wednesday. Wobon 12 o'clock from 12 to 1. Ma to need lunch time with fathers. Me pede babyara iwo babyara wobo dam time na 12 to 1 on Wednesday. But modern and Instagram type JB Gate and get in there. Winsa become live now. Started this last week and it was wonderful. I am still receiving the feedback from those who watched it. Don't be left out. So also embeno suna ishwe hona you obotum so yehude erihwe nti CCC akra mpono. If you are watching me on Facebook live, you're watching, then let me know that you are and my number one fan in the whole wide world is the first lady of my home. That is my mother-in-law's daughter. Indicated that she is watching. Only the Ubiara Humpa now could thumbs up and on time keep encouraging me. She's my number one fan and I love her so much. Chasema Chreno Matunidin, the father in you. In fact, in the crampo by the introduction, the father in you. The original Akasani there is a father in every no or bode or berime biara ye ija. Sa onya in day zira, onya in day za onin chede in ye ija. Yet it is just a matter of time and you will be a father. There is a father in every man, or there is a father in every male. Now, Yankan can infi Genesis chapter 17, the back is 18. Na ye hude ansa na Abraham or beye a jump. So there was already a father in Abraham even before he became a biological father. Verse 2 to 7. And this is God speaking. And I will make my covenant between me and you, and will multiply you exceedingly. And God talked with him, saying, as for me, my covenant, be a father of many nations. No longer shall your name be called Abram, but your name shall be called Abraham, of many nations. I will make nations of you, and kings shall come. Covenant between me and their generation covenant to be God to you and your descendants after you. God made a covenant with Abraham, and of course it's we call the Abrahamic covenant, where God said, "I will make a nation." Biologically, one would say Abraham was not yet a father, but God said, "I will make you a father," not just a father of any nation. The God changed his name from Avram, which means father of many nations. Let's jump over and read Genesis chapter 18. Genesis chapter 18, verse 17 to 19. Genesis 18, 17. I say, and the Lord said, "Shall I hide that I am? Shall surely become a great and mighty of the earth shall be blessed in him, for I have known him, may command his children and his household after him, that they keep the way of the Lord to do righteousness and justice, that the Lord may bring to Abraham what he has spoken." Nyame bisa ɔse motumi de bibie hinta Abraham, since I know him. Now ɔse I have. And this was still before. Now Nyame say, "For I have known him, in order that he may command his children and his household after him." Abraham knew the kind of father Abraham would be or become. And that is why I'm saying there is a father in every male. At this point in the life of Abraham, it was not yet. There was still a father in him. In you. And I'm speaking to every man, every boy. The only just father in you will show up. Good. So I have a few people. Safua is watching on Facebook. Nenekia Opare Osh. The thing is, I realized a few people have also come on. Is it Instagram? Yes. And so if you are just joining us, I'm talking on the theme, the Father in you. And this goes to every masculine figure. If it is not yet made manifest, don't worry, it is just a matter of time.